Hello everybody, welcome back to the Duncan Lake Hillclimber Open. This is the third round coverage. My name is Gabriel Dow and I'm here with Bobby Cox.
How's it going, everyone?
Last round, Bo Tillman shooting a ridiculous round. He shot a 1080 rated round.
Yeah, it was like 1086.
Started off 3 strokes back from Coda and is now 8 strokes ahead of Coda. He's sitting at 15 under par. Coda Hatfield at 7 under. We've got Loren Lewis, one of the other Tulsa local pros, making his way. He is at 2 under par. And then we have Nick Fowble at 1 big, and then Sam Hazewinkel.
Also 1 big.
Also 1 big,
yeah.
Hole 1, this is a par 3, 311 feet. Once again, it carries downhill. Most of these guys will be throwing a mid-range, just dead straight, really. As long as you can get it in front of these trees here on the right, you'll most likely have an inside the circle look.
Yeah, it's just like a little slight turnover. You can throw a forehand as well, but turnover is definitely the play. Bo getting a little bit too much turn out of this. He's going to have an awkward putt.
He's going to be about where Coda was first round.
Yeah, that's the thing about this course. You can land in the circle and still have a extremely obstructed putt.
Oh, yeah.
So you really got to be super accurate. This is looking money.
And that, finds that tree, and he'll have an easy little putt for his birdie.
We got Loren, fairly new to the open scene. He's played, I don't know, probably like 10 or 15 open tournaments.
And puts it right up there. He should have an easy look for his 2 as well.
We got Nick Fowble.
Lefty on the card.
Looking a little bit high.
Yeah, and that's leaking right. And yeah, he's going to be right there next to Bo. He'll have actually even more of an obstructed putt than Bo.
And Sam is actually an ex-Olympic wrestler.
Wow.
So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's a super fun guy. I met him at the St. Patty's Day Open.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, yeah, he was on the card in front of us both rounds, and being on catch cam.
You're hanging out with them
guys.
more than the card you're filming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so. Bo and Nick really have no option but to just kind of pitch out.
Yeah. Here's Coda for a stroke right off the bat on Bo.
Yeah, he's going to need a lot more of those, but that's a good start.
And good birdie from Loren. Nick tapping in for par. We got Sam tapping in for the birdie.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And Bo will stay at 15 under par. Going into hole 2. This is a par 3, 373 feet. It kind of carries a slightly uphill for the first 150 to 200 feet and then kind of switches back to where you are kind of throwing downhill. But most of these guys are just going to be throwing a big towering hyzer and try and get it on this little rock that is about 20 feet behind the basket. That's really the ideal landing zone.
Yeah, he's trying to spike it in there. There's a lot of trees over there in that green, but you can't really control exactly where you land when you get down to that point. Looks like Coda's going Ballista Pro.
And he ended up way right there, and he'll probably just have to pitch out. Loren throwing the big hyzer as well. And he's going to be a little bit short there.
Yeah, it's going to be a scary putt with that downhill.
Mm-hmm. Here we have Sam.
Needs to get some hyzer. No.
And yeah, that just flipped up on him, and he found that pine tree on the right. Is Bo throwing out that hyzer line?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, he's going to be right there next to the basket.
That's about as good as it gets right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get all the way down like at the basket with all those guardian trees.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're up on that hill, you're
Exactly.
and that's where you want to be.
It's cool seeing a lefty line here.
And that is going to be well right, and he might have to pitch out and take a 3.
Oh no, and Sam went from the rough to the rough again.
Yeah, and that's just something you see out here at Duncan. Sam forced to throw a little anti putter shot and does really well with it.
Yeah, he's about 15, 20 feet. Here's Sam again after throwing it back into the rough.
Finds a little line on the right side.
Yeah, and Loren, he wants nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Especially like early on in the round, you don't want to take an early bogey.
No, definitely not. And Bo with a surprising miss there. Just left a little bit left.
Ooh, Nick with a really nice par save.
Yeah, really smooth looking stroke there.
And Nick was just positive vibes all day. It seemed like.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah,
really
he's a good guy.
really fun guy.
And Coda just leaving that a little bit left.
And there is a final 9 after this round, so these guys are trying to compete to play in front of a pretty good sized gallery.
Yeah.
Never played in the final 9, but I've always wanted to.
Yeah. It's
There's something about
very high pressure, like even more high pressure than the tournament itself.
Oh yeah, very intense.
All right, hole 3. This is a par 3, 244 feet. It's just super tight down this fairway. Ideally, you're just wanting to throw a soft to turnover mid-range shot. There is also maybe like a forehand shot, dead straight. It's just really whatever you're comfortable throwing dead straight, as long as it just holds that line.
And there is some water like on the right side of this fairway, so you gotta be careful with that as well.
Mm-hmm. And Coda looks like he caught a branch on that low ceiling.
Yeah, and he made it far enough to where it's not that big of a deal.
No.
It's just if you hit one of these early trees, you're in some big time trouble.
Yeah. And Loren is going to be on that left side there, but not too far left. He should have a pretty easy upshot from there.
And this shot is Bo's specialty. Not up really that close to the basket, but he has a wide open look, and that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah. This is the cursed basket, though, so it doesn't really matter
Yes,
how
it
far
is.
away you are from this one.
Oh, kick left.
And yeah, he gets a good kick out, but just a little bit of an early release there from Nick.
I absolutely love that headband, by the way.
Team USA.
Yeah.
And Sam, I think, found that tree. There's a couple trees that are in front of the basket that you have to avoid, and looks like he found those. And
Nick's gonna be at the bottom there as well.
yeah,
And Loren just opting to go with the jump putt.
and that's gonna be in that little bowl there. He'll have a little uphill putt to save his 3.
Looks like Sam will have another opportunity for a putt.
Just a little bit too high on that one. Might have gone out even if it was perfect, though, because it's this basket.
Though just coming up a little bit short on his birdie putt. And that's a great par save from where he was at.
Yeah. Really good from Nick there. That'll keep him at 1 big. This is Loren to save par. Just a little bit too low.
Yeah, maybe some nerves with the cameras on. Leak hard.
Make it a lifted back. Absolutely. Yeah, just set a 10-pointer right on top of it.
And Bo tapping in the par. Got Loren tapping in the unfortunate bogey. That'll move him to 2 under. And Sam tapping in the bogey as well. Okay, hole 4. This is a par 3, 220 feet. Obviously, you see all these pine trees that we're flying over right here. Most of these guys are going to be going a big spike hyzer over the top. There is also a forehand spike hyzer line if you prefer the forehand as well. The basket's going to be right here where Blaine's standing. So looks like we got Coda lining up the forehand.
No.
Or no?
Yeah, he's going thumber.
He's going overhand.
Yeah, any chance Coda can throw a thumber, he pretty much does it.
Oh, yeah.
And he does it really well.
Yeah. That one, however, ended up pretty well short of the basket, and he's going to be inside of that tree.
Yeah,
and Bo as well.
Yeah, same, pretty much same area.
Here's Nick taking that lefty line.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, puts it right next to it.
Yeah, you got to get it so high off the tee to even have a chance of getting it up there.
It's high and hard.
It's only 220, but with how high you have to throw it, you got to absolutely crush it to get the distance. And Loren putting it up there.
Yeah. He's going to be about 15 feet there.
Says everyone. Yeah, basically.
And Sam, this is looking a little sawed off. Might have found that tree there.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's right behind.
Yeah, the trees here are just so dense, you're not making it through them hardly ever.
He hits the top of the basket there. A really good bid from Sam. And Bo just... Did you turn that disc upside down?
Yeah, you just try to slide it up there.
Yeah. And Coda with a birdie. Oh, he must have gotten past the trees
I guess so.
Nice birdie from Coda. Getting a stroke on Bo.
Yep.
And Loren tapping in the 2. That'll move him back to 3 under par.
Yeah, this course is pretty tricky to film, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was interesting because you can't, I mean, there's a lot of blind shots where you can't really see the players throwing, so you just kind of have to keep the camera rolling and try and find the disc when it pops out of the tree line.
I think walkie-talkies might be the next investment.
Yeah, that'd be annoying to deal with, though.
It would.
All right, hole 5. This is a par 3, little 190 footer. Most of these guys are just going to be throwing over the top. There's a big spike hyzer line. There is also a thumber line for guys like Coda that are comfortable with throwing those shots. But you really just want to try and stay in the middle as possible, or as close to the middle as possible, because being left or right on here, it's just, you're not going to have a look.
Yeah, I like the forehand hyzer over the backhand hyzer just because the trees are a little bit lower on that left side. So it's a little bit easier to get more down towards the basket.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a basic hyzer for Nick. And yeah, he did what he should have.
Yeah.
Putting it right next to it.
Might have a couple branches to contend with. And Loren has gone a little bit behind the basket. Hopefully he can find a little gap there to have a look.
Ooh.
Bo trickling down there. He'll have an easy look for his birdie.
Yeah, wait, what?
Sam.
Wait, did he just go lefty there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was tripping or what.
No,
Okay.
no, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, has he been a lefty this whole time?
I was kind of thinking that myself.
Okay.
I was like, was that a lefty?
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently Sam's ambidextrous.
Yeah, well, we have a guy in Tulsa, John Belty, that throws about 430 both left and right. And
Yeah, it's impressive.
it's just hyzer every shot. That must be nice.
Yeah, and Loren didn't quite have a window there. Just tried to stab it through that tree.
Nick with the nice birdie there. Nice putt from Sam.
Yeah, good par save.
Yeah, this was actually the nicest day of the tournament. The sun's actually out, and
Yeah,
the wind wasn't too bad at all.
Yeah,
So
not near as bad as the first day.
so very good scoring conditions.
Yep. Okay, hole 6. This is a par 3, 230 feet. It's a short little hole. Really, the ideal play is going to be a spike hyzer. There is a little backhand line like we saw Tommy throw first round, but it's not really ideal because the basket's so close to the water, and you can really have the disc carry, and that's something you don't want on this hole.
Yeah, and all three of the right-handed players on this card are very good forehand players, so
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be seeing some forehands.
Nick ended up a little bit left there. He might have to take a knee and have a little bit of an awkward putt. Bo putting out a nice line.
Yeah, nice adjustment from the first round where he ended up pretty close to the water, but still stayed in. See, going way right from Coda, playing it ultra safe.
Yeah, that needs to trickle down. Looks like it did.
That is the thing with this hole, though. If you're trying to get aggressive, it is so sketch.
Loren putting out nice and high.
Oh,
and,
there it is.
yeah, just spiking it right next to the basket.
That is the shot.
Looks like we got Sam going lefty again.
This dude
That is impressive.
is so athletic.
Yeah.
Just kind of forced the pitch out.
Yeah. Not much you can do there.
That was
Coda.
incredibly impressive with that water right behind the basket.
Yeah, really good putt from Coda. Put it on a nice line.
Yeah, puts him at 10 down now.
And yeah, Nick has absolutely nothing back
It's so
there.
it's so frustrating because you know he threw a good shot and he just wasn't rewarded at all from it. Both a nice birdie, moving him to 17 down.
Holding that 7-stroke lead on Coda. Nick with a good comebacker for par. I'll keep him at 1 under.
I didn't realize how tall Nick really was. Like standing up next to him, I feel like he has to be at least 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Yeah.
Lauren with a really good 2, moving him to 4 under par. Little tap of the basket. All right, hole 7. This is a par 3, 190 feet. This is the hole that we saw Tommy first round throw a Nova into a 35-mile-an-hour headwind.
If not 45.
Yeah, if not 45. It's very uphill. Most of these guys are just going to be throwing a spike hyzer forehand. That's really the ideal play.
Yeah, there's a line on the right side as well. It's not as clear, but it's really still there. You can throw really whatever you want on this hole.
And Bo getting a weird
That was
bounce
like
off
it
that
was like a
rock.
little counter skip.
Yeah. Still a very makeable putt for him. This looks a little sawed off from Coda. And he's
But
going to find that tree, but
He stays on the upper level, which is really all that matters.
Yep. Here's Lauren going with that backhand line. Surprising to see that.
And that's going to be way, way left.
Yeah, he is in the rough there.
It looks like he might have a little gap, though. We'll have to see.
And this hole really sets up for this lefty shot. Left it out a little bit too wide, though, and he's going to have a long putt for his 2. Sam hugged that real close to that tree. And he's going to be left with about a 45, 50 footer. And yeah.
That was Loren.
Just pitching out. He's going to be taking a 3 here. Nick just barely missing left there.
There's a lot of pretty cool views from up on this green up here with the lake.
Yeah, it was awesome. Coda with a good birdie. Bo will follow suit. And they both get a stroke on the card. The Coda and Bo show continues.
Yeah, it's a pretty common theme.
What was Nick doing there? Was he on the ground?
It
It looked like he was like sitting on a knee or something.
I mean, he's a goofball. I don't know. Could have been doing something crazy.
Yeah. All right, hole 8. This is a par 3, 325 feet. This one carries very downhill. Most of these guys are just gonna be throwing a big hyzer. You want to get either in front or behind this bunch of trees right in front of the basket. I mean, that's really the only play.
Yeah, that tree like right there on the right side is. I mean, it attracts so many discs. That's really the one thing you gotta miss.
Yeah.
Because it is just right on line to the basket.
Bo putting out a really nice shot. He's going to be about 15 feet there. Coda putting out a similar line.
That was like the exact same shot.
Yeah. He's going to be maybe 5 feet behind Bo.
Yeah, Nick doesn't quite have the room that that Bo and Coda had on that right side.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be way right. It looks like, and yeah, he's
That just does not look fun.
No, he's gonna be pitching out for 3 there.
I was about to say, that was a hell of a high.
Loren putting it out nice and high.
Yeah, that wind drop might have cost him from being parked.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was moving pretty well.
Yeah. And he's going to be behind that tree there, and we'll just have to throw a little hyzer around the tree.
Sam's going with the righty gap.
This is looking nice.
Yeah, and that's just right in the meat of that tree.
Yep. He's going to have a tough look there. Loren is just probably going to pitch out around the tree, maybe give it a little half go, and yeah.
Yeah, that's about all he could do. It's hard to get the hyzer like from that close.
Sam with another lefty shot. And hyzer out.
That's crazy that
So
I had no idea he was like this like as we were filming him.
Yeah. And Nick just leaving that a little bit too low.
Here's Coda for birdie.
And let that a little bit left.
Bo picking up a stroke on Coda, moving him to 19 down.
Coda's going to stay at 11. We got Nick.
Got him.
World title.
Yeah, unfortunate bogey there by Nick.
Yeah. Sam pumped about the par.
Yeah.
All right, hole 9. This is a par 3, 285 feet. It is very uphill. First round, we saw a bunch of guys throw a big kind of stall Annie shot over this tree right before the basket. You really want it to stall right over that tree and have it just kind of spike down somewhere around this hill.
Yeah, and the green is treacherous.
Yeah, that's very downhill. Lots of rocks that you can hit and take
Yeah, a lot of rollaways.
bad, yeah.
This is looking pretty nice from Bo.
Just needs to get left and...
Oh, and he's rolling. Okay, I think it stopped.
Gonna be a little bit left from Coda. We'll have a little uphill putt. About 50 feet from there.
And Loren looks like he's going with the tomahawk. I actually like this play.
Yeah?
A lot, if you can do that at least.
Yeah. I mean, if you're at the bottom of that hill, you're in a great spot.
Yeah, and this hole is a lot more uphill than it looks, so that was actually a crush.
Yeah. Plays definitely at least 300.
Sam getting a little bit too much turn out of that. Finding a tree.
He's going to be on that right side there.
We got Nick with a big hyzer. And he's a drop right now.
And he's going to be over there next to Sam, it looks like.
It's just a super tough hole to get up there, to
All
the
the
green.
way,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
And whenever we played it, I didn't even look at the over-the-top shot. I mean, I usually don't because I can't throw that far, but the tight line up the middle is incredibly difficult as well.
Mm-hmm. Nick giving that one a good bid. He'll just be tapping in for par, though.
Oh,
And Coda trying another rock skip shot, it
Yeah,
looked like.
we saw him make a putt off the rock first round,
Yeah.
kind of from this position,
Yep.
but a little bit farther.
And Loren with a good birdie. That'll move him to 5 under par.
Yeah, I call this a bonus birdie.
Nice save,
Sam getting it in there. That'll keep him at 2 over. Nick tapping in par as
It's a
well.
3, Bo. Good 3.
And Bo with the par. Looks like we got 4 pars and 1 birdie from Loren.
Yeah, that's a really impressive birdie by Loren.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Okay, hole 10. This is a par 3. Doesn't really play like a par 3.
It's a par 4 in all their heads.
Exactly. This one carries very downhill. Really just wanting to throw a big hyzer to this little layup zone here, and then maybe have a 60 to 70 foot putt for your 2. I mean, this one's a bonus birdie for sure. If
Yeah.
you get a 2 on this one, you're doing great.
Yeah, and you really want to make sure you clear all those trees because if you have a pretty far up shot, it can get real hairy.
Mm-hmm.
That tight green.
Loren pumping one out there.
Yeah, see, that's kind of like the danger zone.
Yeah, and I think
Kinda like
he's
that.
actually in the rough, like behind that tree, so it's just going to be an awkward upshot for him. Bo putting something a little bit straighter, and that's the ideal landing zone right there.
yeah.
That's about as close as you can get.
This looks really similar to Bo's. Yeah, it's just hard to get all the way down
Yeah.
there because you're forced to throw it up in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's just hard to push forward that far.
Yep. Gotta throw something hard that just flips up flat and
Yeah.
rides.
I got a good little turn,
Yeah, this is looking nice from Sam.
and that's fine as long as you're out in the open back there.
Yeah, he's going to be on that left side, and he'll have an easy little upshot.
Oh, that's looking way too low.
Yeah, and that catches a little tree there, and he's going to be in a bush on the left side, it looks like. Yeah. Not quite of an awkward spot as I thought he was going to be in, but
That's a pretty good upshot from there.
yeah.
Well, about
Really-
30 feet.
Here is Sam throwing something nice and low. That needs to skip over those logs, and
That
it
was well
does,
done.
and that was really well done. Yeah, as you can see, Loren's like, yeah.
That had to have
that's-
been just the last resort.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you have. Being in the middle of that tree takes almost every line out of play, aside from the overhand. Bo just pitching up as well. This is
Is he
Loren to
gonna run
save
this?
3. Yeah, he is. Whew.
I
Good run.
Actually, after I say that, Loren's actually really good at like distance control on super long putts.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
he'll hardly ever like blow past the basket
Mhm.
and leave himself with like a long comebacker. It's like you just gotta find that right height to where it doesn't go too far.
Yeah.
But it's still like a pretty good effort of a run.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we got Nick and Loren tapping in their 4s. Sam with a really nice upshot from where he was at. Tapping in for 3. And he is excited. That's a great little jump there, laddie.
Yeah. little Conor McGregor there.
Yeah. All right, hole 11. This is a par 3 as well. It's 351 feet. You have this tiny little tunnel on the left side that you can take with a forehand. That's more of a layup play, honestly. Most of these guys are going to be going with a big spike hyzer over the top. And you ideally want to try and land at the bottom of this hill and have a little uphill putt. But man, this green is scary.
Well, the green's scary, and you absolutely cannot go left. If you go left in that rough, I mean, you're basically guaranteed with the 4.
Yeah.
And we saw that from the first round. So, see if they can make an adjustment.
Bo's putting out a really nice shot here, and
that might be close enough to where he might have some kind of out, but if you go any farther than that, you're doomed.
Mm-hmm.
And Coda's going with a big Annie shot. Possibly roller, we'll see.
Was he trying to throw a roller?
See, I don't know.
Or was he wanting that to flex out? I'm not
The
sure.
the thing is like, why would you ever throw a roller right there? But the thing is, it's Coda, and Coda
exactly.
can actually execute those, so I'm not really sure.
Sam taking that tunnel.
But that's just fine, though.
Yeah, he'll have a pretty easy up and down from there.
Really, anywhere in that open, the 3 is very doable.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in the open, your upshot, you can pretty much just crash it into that hill.
Yeah, and this finished on that right side in the trees. He had a pretty solid gap, though, that he found. He got very fortunate.
He ended up rolling out from one of the trees and has a really nice gap.
Yeah, the trees on the right side are a little more spread out, and on the left side it's just thorns and all of that.
Yeah. And Nick is going to be hugging that left side tree line as well. He might be a little pinched off there.
Yeah, and Loren just got so lucky with where he landed.
Yeah, he could have been right behind that big tree on the right side.
But I think these players encounter enough throughout this long tournament. You know, they need a little bit of luck here and there.
That was a good up from Loren.
Oh no, and Sam just yanked this, a little bit of a grip lock.
Yeah, that's going to be way right.
He's got about 40 feet left.
And Nick ended up in a decent spot here. Not too pinched off.
Yeah, that just hit that backboard, basically.
Yeah, it tucked underneath there.
Yeah, I think you were at risk of falling off that
Yeah,
rock.
yeah.
If you made like one wrong move, you could
Right,
have been injured there. And this is coming in with a pretty good spike, and that's what happens.
Yep.
He was forced to throw the spike hyzer, and that's never going to land well with an upslope like that.
Yeah, and he is in just as bad of a spot as he was.
Made an
And that
adjustment
one
with the
sits.
forehand, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is scary right here.
This is to save 3 from Sam.
Ooh.
Lays it a little bit low.
Oh, he's rolling. He's rolling all the way down
my
under the tree.
goodness. And, yeah, he just got Duncan.
Yeah.
Enough said. Good bread. Good bread. Good bread. Good bread, man. Good bid from inside the tree there.
Yeah. Loren fortunate to not roll down as well.
Yeah, this is Coda for 3. And he's good from there. I'll keep him at 11 under par. Bo tapping in the bogey. Unfortunate bogey after that roll away.
Can you do that again, Sam?
Sam with the double.
I think Nick and
Yeah, you're good right there.
Yeah.
and Coda were the only ones that parred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, a matter of fact, yes.
Yeah, look at this stand.
Jeez, yeah.
The disc just
That
got
is-
caught
that
underneath
is just
there.
risky right there.
Yeah.
That's like ankle wrist snap zone. Jeez. Loren tapping in a bogey. He's moving back to 3 under par.
Technically.
And yeah, this hole just ate these guys up.
It does that.
Yeah. All right, well, that is going to conclude the front 11 of the third round of the 2019 Duncan Lake Hillclimber Open. Bo Tillman holding that lead strong. He is sitting at 18 under par. Coda Hatfield trying to make moves.
Playing some good golf.
Playing some really good golf. He is at 11 under par. We got Loren Lewis, the Tulsa local, at 3 under par. We got Nick Fowble at 1 big and Sam Hazewinkel at 4 big. So hopefully we can see a little bit more battling between Bo and Coda here in this next 11 here.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It really helps us out. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll see you guys for the back 11.